Chapter 7. The Brainwashing. From the moment you were born, the world started whispering in your ear. Alcohol makes life better. It makes you confident. It helps you relax. It makes you one of the grown-ups. But here's the truth no one told you. That whisper was never yours. It was brainwashing. Allen Carr begins this chapter with a simple but shocking idea. None of us chose to drink. We were programmed to. From childhood, we're surrounded by messages that glorify alcohol. At celebrations, it's champagne. During stress, it's whiskey. For confidence, it's beer. Even as kids, we're taught that lemonade is for children and alcohol is for adults. So, by the time we grow up, it feels natural, even necessary, to drink. Carr calls this the greatest illusion of all. We don't drink because we want to. We drink because we've been conditioned to believe we should. He reminds us that the very word intoxicated comes from toxic, meaning poison. Yet society has replaced that harsh truth with a softer word, exhilaration. But the same liquid that's sold as exhilaration should really be called devastation. Carr asks a haunting question. The bottle is full. But full of what? Exhilaration or devastation? And that's when he starts peeling away the lies. Movies, TV, and advertising all play their part in the hypnosis. Think about it. In films, when a man waits nervously outside the maternity ward, someone hands him a brandy to steady his nerves. When the baby is born, he pops champagne. In cowboy movies, half the action happens in the saloon. Whiskey, poker, fights, laughter. In luxury dramas, the businessman walks in from a long day, pours scotch over ice, and sighs in relief. Everywhere we look, alcohol is glamorized. It's confidence in a bottle, courage in a glass, relief in a sip. And yet, beneath that shiny surface lies devastation, broken homes, addiction, disease, and despair. Hollywood occasionally shows it, like in Days of Wine and Roses, but mostly it laughs it off. The drunk becomes a clown, not a warning. Carr tells a deeply human story about his Uncle Ted, the life of every party, red-nosed, funny, charming, until you saw him at home. Then he was miserable, angry, and broken. Aunt Mabel, his wife, never smiled. As a child, Carr thought Uncle Ted was hilarious. As an adult, he realized that wasn't comedy. That was tragedy disguised as laughter. This is the core of the brainwashing. Society celebrates the happy drinker while hiding the suffering underneath. We mock drunks instead of helping them. We joke about hangovers instead of calling them what they are, poisoning. Carr exposes a brutal double standard. We demonize heroin dealers but celebrate alcohol corporations. Heroin kills hundreds. Alcohol kills hundreds of thousands. Yet alcohol is legal, advertised, and taxed. Why? Because 90% of adults drink, and governments profit from it. As Carr puts it, the only difference between alcohol and heroin is that one is legal and the other isn't chow tea. Both trap their users in the same illusion. I'm in control. I choose to do this. But choice doesn't exist when you've been conditioned from birth. Carr paints a striking metaphor. An iceberg hides 90% of its mass beneath the surface. With alcoholism, 99.99% of the problem is hidden. Shame, denial, and silence. Families cover for drinkers. Oh, Ted's been drinking more lately, but he's under a lot of stress. Even our loved ones become part of the brainwashing, unintentionally keeping us trapped. Carr shares that he too was strong-willed, successful, athletic, yet completely deceived by society's conditioning. He used to feel weak because he couldn't drink as much as his friends. Only later did he realize being able to stomach poison isn't strength, it's sickness. And it's not just individuals, it's culture. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, James Bond, all icons of charisma with a glass in hand. We copied them. We didn't choose alcohol. We inherited it. Carr drives the point home. If you discovered your bottle of champagne was filled with poison, would you drink it? Yet we gladly pay for it, swallow it, and call ourselves civilized. That's the power of brainwashing. We call poison pleasure. We call addiction socializing. We call devastation exhilaration. Key takeaways. No one chooses to drink. We recondition to believe alcohol is normal and desirable. Society glorifies alcohol while hiding its destruction. Alcohol and heroin are identical traps. One is just socially accepted. True freedom begins when you see through the illusion. When you realize the exhilaration is really devastation. You were never weak. You were never broken. You were simply programmed to believe a lie. And now, you're waking up. In the next chapter, Allen Carr goes even deeper, exploring the incredible machine, your mind and body, and showing how you can take back full control. This journey isn't about giving up drinking. It's about reclaiming your freedom, your clarity, and your power to live completely free.